Hi guys, it's me, and I really quickly wanted to do a video on some new products that I just got. I have been wanting to kind of branch out in the makeup products that I've been using because, as you guys know, I am extremely obsessed with Urban Decay, and I don't usually kind of veer off of that. I have recently, I've been trying like more Benefit products, more NARS products, but I wanted to try new eyeshadows, and I was a little bit disappointed with my Lorac palette. After using it for like a month, I don't know, there's something about it. It's just not very compatible with me. I know that a lot of people love that palette, and I have no hate for it necessarily. It's just not one of my favorite palettes. So I had made it a personal goal, as you guys know, to not buy any more makeup. But John, who was away for 4 days, as you guys know, and Kelly just needed to pick me up. And yes, I use shopping and buying makeup to make me feel better. So sue me. I am human. I am like every other woman in the world. So he let me buy some makeup. I shouldn't say let. He gets mad when I say that to you guys because he's not some overbearing husband. He was okay with me buying some makeup for myself. It's funny because he actually wanted me to buy the palette that I bought on Valentine's Day when we went shopping, but I was like, no, I have too much makeup. Well, yeah, there's Kelly for you. So I wanted to talk about the new product line that I basically was the only thing that I ordered from, which was the Kat Von D product line. I love Kat Von D. I know it sounds weird. I love anybody artistic. I love anybody who's not afraid to be themselves, and she's definitely one of those people. You know, I don't care about her relationships. I don't care about the things she's done in her past. I just think that she's a really inspiring woman in regards to just not caring what people think of her. I've never tried any of her makeup products up until now. I've actually even never really heard anything about them. Like, I've never sought out information about them. So when we were at Sephora over Valentine's Day and I was looking at stuff, immediately her palette, her new one for the spring, caught my eye. This is what the packaging looks like for the outside box. I mean, it was just like sitting there and I was like, oh my god, like what is that? And then I just needed to look at it. So this is the Esperanza palette. I want to say it was like $36 or $35. I want to say around that price range. So it's a decently priced palette. It's not like, you know, $50, $60. This is what the actual packaging looks like. It's made out of like a cardboard. It's a nice compact palette. I like that. It's no nonsense. It seems pretty sturdy. I love the artwork. Like, I just love it. I think it's really cool. It's really bright, and it's just, I don't know, it's just really neat packaging. You open it up and it's magnetized. So that's how it stays shut. That doesn't bother me. I know some people would rather have like the clicky thing, but I like the magnet. The mirror is huge. You guys know I'm a huge fan of big mirrors. And the colors are just gorgeous. This is what really caught my eye. I should probably do that. Are the colors. Like, I just love them. I will insert pictures of them because this lighting is terrible. But I just love them. I used it for the first time today. This is what look I went with. Again, my lighting and my camera are not very good, so I'll insert some pictures so that you can see what it actually really looks like. What I used was Day Glow, which is right here. It looks white. It actually shows up as a lime green. It's really neat. And I don't know how to explain the texture of the shadow. It's so creamy, but it's so blendable. It's really, really great. Then I used Archangel, which is right here on the inner corner of my eye. Then I used Selena, which is this really beautiful purple with like green shimmers in the outside. And then I used Sentiera right here, which is like a teal blue shimmer in the middle as a transition color. And it's just gorgeous. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous palette. I love it. I do have quite a bit of glitter, like little micro glitters on my face, but I don't even care. I just love this palette. I love the colors. They're so beautiful. It's nothing I've ever had before. I mean, the purple is kind of similar to the Vice 2 palette purple that I've been using, but there's something different about it. It just looks different somehow. And the Vice 2 palette colors are they're very outstanding. They look really bold, but they actually are more muted once you put them on. The color that you see here is either what you get, or like this Day Glow completely surprised me because it looks white, but it actually on your skin looks more like a lime green when light hits it. So it is a really neat palette. Like I said, I'm not used to wearing this kind of makeup or color. I really wanted this palette just because the colors just really appealed to me. And you know, I don't know, I love doing new looks and doing new makeup and kind of stepping outside of my comfort zone, and it's made me a little bit more confident doing that, and this was just like, this is like the palette to do that with. So I really like the look. Again, I will insert another picture because I don't think you can really see the full effect, but it's very beautiful. On my cheeks today, I am wearing my usual Flushed Palette bronzer, but I also did pick up the Kat Von D blush. It's the Everlasting Face Shaper blush, and this is what the packaging looks like. It's very cute. It's a very romantic baby pink with black roses. This is in the color Truth. I picked this out because it said that it was a very natural pinched pink, and I wanted something more natural for just everyday wear, and this is what the actual packaging looks like. It's a plastic compact. I'm a little disappointed because you push this button and you would kind of assume that the whole thing would pop up or whatnot, or it would click, but it doesn't. You kind of have to push it and then open it. I believe this blush was $25, $20. I could be wrong. I might be way off on these prices, but it's a substantial amount. You get a nice sized mirror. It's a big, I mean, that's a lot of blush. It's very beautiful. It's very creamy. It's very blendable. I don't know if you can see that on my cheeks, but it is a very, this lighting is just really bad, but it's just a really pretty mauve natural pink. So I've been wearing this a lot lately. It's very nice. Another thing that I got from Kat Von D, which I will not be using quite yet, I did not use it today. I want to get rid of my Stila pen because, as you guys know, with liquid liners, they do tend to dry out if you don't use them up in time. So as you guys know, I love my Stila Stay All Day pen. It's like my holy grail. But what I don't like about it is that the tip of it right here, since it is a felt tip, tends to start fraying, like the tip right there. It starts falling apart and breaking for some reason. This is the second time it's done that to me. So this is almost gone. So I wanted to buy another liquid eyeliner, but instead I picked the Kat Von D one. This is in the color Trooper. I believe this is the only color this one comes in. I could be wrong, so don't, quote me on that. But this is $18. This is what the packaging looks like. It's very cool. It's $18 versus Stila Stay All Day pen, which is $20. And it's got a very cool matte finished pen, and there's actually more fluid ounces in this than there is in the Stila pen, so you get more product in here, and it's also $2 less than that. So I really liked this. It has the same kind of retractable, like springy type of lid, which I really like. It's got the shake in it, and it's got a very sharp point just like the other one. But what makes this one better in my mind is that it actually is a brush tip, so it's a very pointy brush. So I'm hoping that means that it will stay, it won't start falling apart or fraying like the felt tip one on the Stila pen. And if so, like, this is gonna be my new favorite pen, because not only is it just as black and just as like dark and it makes a nice line, dries quickly, but it also does not rub off. So I think that this will be very comparable to my Stila Stay All Day pen, or even better, so I'm excited to start using that. But again, I'm waiting until I run out of my other pen. So I love this. Last but not least, I picked up a new perfume. I loved Guess Gold. If you're familiar with it, it had a very deep, not vanilla, but it was just a deep, musky, sweet smell. I loved it. It was my favorite smell. It was my signature smell. Like, anywhere I went, people were like, okay, yeah, Kelly's in the room because that's what she smells like. And I don't mean to sound like high and mighty, but that's like the only thing I ever wore. I believe it retailed anywhere between like $60 to $70, $80, and I went through that stuff like it was water. It was terrible. Because I worked at restaurants, I bartended, and I didn't like smelling like smoke or food and stuff like that, so I used it a lot. But Guess Gold was discontinued. They no longer make it, and because of that, if you want to find it on eBay or Amazon, the prices have just skyrocketed, and I just don't want to spend that much money for a scent that like has been discontinued and may disappear altogether sooner or later. So I just wanted to try one of her scents. So I picked up Saint. She also has Sinner. I did not try Sinner because Sinner had patchouli in it, and Kelly and patchouli don't mix well. Not that I hate the smell on other people, it just does not smell good on me. So I also have really bad memories associated with that smell, so I will tell that story some other time. This is what the packaging looks like. You get 1 fluid ounce, so that's a decent size. That's a standard, like, small bottle size for perfumes. This is what the packaging looks like of the perfume bottle. It's supposed to look like a lighter. I will say that when I first opened this, I was like, am I cool enough to be using this? Like, am I badass enough to be using this? Because it's kind of like a, I don't know. It's totally not me. When you think of Kelly, you don't think of like skull and crossbones and lighters, but I like the smell of this. You flip this open and then you press this down and it sprays. I will say I do not like the sprayer in here. It shoots, like it doesn't mist, it shoots. So it kind of like caught me off guard the first time I sprayed it on my wrist. It was just like whoosh. So I would be careful when you spray any of her, or either of these perfumes. I'm pretty sure that Sinner probably comes in the same kind of packaging. I'm not sure though, I've never seen it. But this one was just a little bit scary when I sprayed it at first. But it smells very similar to Guess Gold. There are a few hints that are not the same, but it still has that deep, very sweet smell. If you don't like sweet smells, I would not suggest this perfume by any means. It's not a florally sweet, it's not like a cookie or cake sweet, it's just a sweet smell. I don't know how to explain it other than that, but I love those smells. They make me feel warm and like inviting, I guess. So this is a very comparable to my Guess Gold, which is really exciting, and it's like $40 cheaper. This was $45, so I'm pretty excited about that. So that will be added to my collection, and it will stick out like a sore thumb because you guys know my perfumes do not look this terrifying. So there you have it. That is all the stuff that I got from the Kat Von D collection. I'm super excited, like I said, about everything. Next time I go to Sephora, I'm definitely going to check out more of her palettes and try more of her blushes. They're really, really good. They're really nice. They're very pretty. They're very blendable. Like I said, the packaging is just really neat, but it obviously doesn't fit my lifestyle, but it's just really cool. But yeah, I just love the products, and they're pretty affordable considering, you know, when you talk about high-end makeup, you can get upwards of like $60 for a small palette that's the same size, stuff like that. So I think the quality and the price is really good on these for what you're getting. So I would highly suggest checking out Kat Von D's collection. Again, I was one of those people who kind of avoided it whenever I went to Sephora because I just was like, I liked Kat Von D, but I didn't feel like I had anything in common with her, so how would I like her makeup, that kind of thing. But I'm really happy that, you know, the Esperanza palette, or Esperanza, however you pronounce it, I'm glad it caught my eye because it was a really good purchase for me. And it opened my eyes that you can never judge a book by the cover. I should have known that already, but you know, lesson learned again. Check them out next time you're at Sephora. I ordered these all online kind of blindly. Everything but the Esperanza palette was a blind purchase. And I gotta say, I'm happy with everything. So, I will talk to you all in my next video. If you want to know how to do this look, again, I'll insert another picture so that you can see, because this lighting just doesn't do it justice. It's just very pretty eyeshadow. But if you'd like to know how to do this, let me know. Give me a thumbs up or comment below, and I will make sure to do a video on that in the next few weeks if people want to see it. So I will talk to you all later. Bye.